Hello all you amazing people. Remember, you're always amazing because you clicked on a small YouTuber's video. Thank you guys so much because we're at 444 subscribers. I'm just saying, we were literally at 400 10 days ago. I made the 400 celebration video 10 days ago. Thank you guys so much for the support. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over whether you should summon on Kazuha's banner. Short answer, yes. Long answer, let's get into it. So here we are with Kazuha's banner and also Klee's banner, but you know, it's Kazuha. Kazuha's the one you want to summon on. Currently, Kazuha is either the best character in the game or the second best character in the game, and Toma, not that bad. He's okay. I just don't like how you have to manage his shields, and his duration isn't that good. I prefer the longer duration over like the higher scaling HP on it, because having that low duration does hurt him. Like, it is bad because he can't be used with characters like Zhao. Yoimiya won't be able to be used with them that well. I think it's only Hu Tao Vape Comp. That's the only team that I've heard that he was good on. So he's not the best 4-star, and honestly, he might even hurt your team if you do add him onto your team. But he is a 4-star that is okay. I wouldn't consider him bad. He's not bad, just okay. And then we have Heizo. Heizo, we don't know anything about him, but he seems pretty cool. His burst seems like he'll be a more main DPS focused. Well, his entire kit seems more main DPS focused. So I hope they make him a main DPS, and I hope they make him a good one at that, because you can't really build an Animo main DPS. I don't know, you can, but it's more like, oh, we're always going to do Elemental Mastery because swirls always do more damage. That's why you build Venti with EM. That's why you build Kazuha with EM. Well, Kazuha not so much, but you know, you get the point. Heizo has to be stronger than Ningguang, because if Heizo's not stronger than Ningguang, then he's going to be mid, not that good. And yeah, this banner could potentially be one of the worst we've ever seen. Now, to say that you should summon on Klee, I don't think so. The problem with Klee is her character model being that small makes her hard to move around. She's clunky. I've heard every single player complain about Klee being clunky that has Klee. She's not like a main. You can definitely use her as your main DPS, and you can clear all the content with her. However, is it gonna feel good to play her, or you're trying so hard to play Klee? Whereas with Ito, I just go over there and hit them all with my Claymore because he has such a huge AoE. AoE also with Klee isn't huge. It can be there, but it's not there. And then the same for the 4-stars. Heizo can be good. Hopefully he is. We don't really have any information on him. Toma is good. And then Ningguang is mid. Like, she's not that good. Now for the weapon banner. Oh boy. Rain Slasher, awful. Awful weapon. That's end of story. It doesn't help anybody. The Widzith can be good. The problem is its duration just messes up basically everything. Pulling the Widzith up right here, the duration here it never changes. And the cooldown, I believe, is 30 seconds. So this never changing, it really does hurt him. I would rather these numbers have stayed the same, but the duration gone down to like 10 seconds also. That would have been great, but we're at 30 seconds. No team comp in the game, I think, takes 30 seconds to do all of their animations and stuff for this to be actually viable most of the time. While you can squeak out better damage numbers, consistency would not exist with this book. So I would not recommend going for the Widsith at all. I have it R5'd. I've never summoned on a banner. I don't think that it was featured on. But that's the end of the bad weapons here. This is very, very good. Favonius Lance, very good. I use it on... I might make another R5 Favonius Lance because it's so good as a support weapon. So I'm keeping the catch on my Raiden. So I have to use the Favonius Lance, which is the best support weapon as of right now, at least for, like, you know, getting energy. You could argue a couple other spears for more damage, but the Favonius Lance proves to be, like, great because of its energy recharge substat. I think Favonius Lance is one of the best 4-stars in the game because there's so many support polearm users. Like, it is really, really useful on so many other characters. So I don't really know how good the Ali Flash is, but I do know that its base attack is at 620 if you 90 it, which is the second best base attack for a sword, which means if you don't have Aquila Favonia or Mistsplitter Reforged for your Bennett, this will help your Bennett do more damage. I don't think it's wise to summon just for the sword, but I don't think it's not, like, I don't think you're, I wouldn't consider it just an awful move to try and get this one copy of a sword for Bennett, because, I mean, it is only a 4-star. You could go in here, one 10 pull 3 of them or something. Now, obviously, that may not happen, probably won't happen, but you're looking good. Now we get to Fischl's bow, basically. It is basically just Fischl's bow. I don't know how I didn't see this coming when I looked at Fischl getting his skin, but yeah, this is Fischl's bow. I've never used it, and it's really only good for main DPS Fischl, or someone who's like maybe Yoimiya, but then again, Yoimiya just wants this one. Yeah, it's for physical bow users. If there ever is another physical bow user that's not Fischl, then yeah, we're looking good. But besides that, it's only used for Fischl main DPS, so I wouldn't recommend summoning on it, but it's not bad to have. Lost Prayer of the Sacred Winds, it's not that good. The problem is that it can be good if there were good Catalyst users. Like, we come over here and it's like, oh, Klee, look at her, oh my god. I'm gonna be honest, she's not like top tier. She's good, but she's not top tier. This isn't like, oh hey, we're bringing out a next Raiden Shogun, but it's a Catalyst user. At that point, Lost Prayer could be good. However, it's not. I mean, Yae Miko is probably the only Catalyst user that it's actually good. Because when you're making a top 10, the Catalyst users, they've really fumbled on them. I think they may put in too much, like, importance on, oh yeah, they can do normal attacks immediately and they're already doing anemo damage. Now, whether this is going to be good for Heizo, I think it probably will be. This is a standard banner weapon. It is the best standard banner weapon for a Catalyst. However, it's a standard banner weapon. That's the problem. I don't want to go and say, hey, summon on that standard banner which doesn't have 2 exclusives. I like when they have 2 exclusive weapons. I would have really liked if they had Klee a signature 5-star weapon, because I feel like she does need it. And I know this is sort of her signature weapon. They've basically hinted at that with just a couple things. But I mean, no, this doesn't cut it. I mean, this would be a great Klee buff if they actually did give her a signature weapon. It would be great. Now, Freedom Sworn. That is a weapon that is it is pretty good. Freedom Sworn is a purely support sword. I typically say, hey, go and summon on the weapon if you're gonna go for like the main character. Whenever you get like Ito, let's say, and it's like, oh, should I get a constellation? Well, Ito does have pretty good constellations. I typically will say the signature weapon does more than people think. However, this one, it's hard to base off of, because is this gonna help your main DPS do more damage? Depending on what your main DPS is, it might not even be doing normal attacks or charge attacks. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure, but I think Raiden wouldn't get affected by this weapon. I don't know. Just saying, I do not know. I've never looked into it. I don't think that Raiden would have her attacks be scaled with this weapon, because I don't think that they're normal attacks. However, if you were to take a normal attacking character, let's say Yoimiya, and you put her up with this sword, hey, she's gonna look pretty good. I would say Zhao, because of the plunging attack part. Yeah, it'll do something, but I mean, is Zhao really gonna... Well, Zhao could be used with Kazuha. There's not many people that can help Zhao do more damage. Ayato will get buffed with this weapon. So it depends on what your main DPS is, and I don't know how much 16%, because we're assuming we're only gonna get 1 copy. I mean, if you're going for multiple copies, do you really need this video? Probably not. But I'm just saying, assuming you're only going for 1 copy, I wouldn't get it, because you have the Iron Sting, which is practically just the same thing. It'll give you basically the same amount of EM. It will sort of affect Kazuha's buff, because it does give him an extra 30 elemental mastery. Before you even get 1 copy of this sword, or try to, go for C1 Kazuha. C1 Kazuha, it will let you fill up his energy, his ult way faster, and you won't need as much energy recharge on him. You might not even need any energy recharge on him. So go for C1 Kazuha. Don't summon on this sword. This is just an absolute no. Now, the more that I think about it, yeah, it's just an absolute no. And if you actually do pull 2 copies of Kazuha, even if you get to C1, you still might want to go for that extra copy here. Because all this is going to give you on some characters is that extra 30 elemental mastery. You will get an extra 200 elemental mastery not only on Kazuha, but on your own characters too. So that's going to increase the buff. So yeah, honestly, don't even try this until you're at C2. Don't try and go for this sword until you're at C2. It's not worth it. If you found this video informative, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.